Hey everyone, I'm Silverwolf and this is a request for Shiotia Hey, I hope I pronounced your name right, who wanted to see my video games and Blu-rays. Now I've only got like 3 Blu-rays, so I'm going with video games. Now, I do still have my old consoles. This one here is the Game Boy Advance and that one there is the DS, and I've got obviously the 3DS as well. I also have a Game Boy Color, which is a Pokemon one that my friend Tommy gave me some years ago, but I still need to replace the speaker on it. So these are the three the GBA games that I've got, or I suppose Game Boy Color. When I got the GBA originally, which is the Game Boy Advance, the one that I got with it was Sonic Advance. I've got all the Ham Taro games. Now, the first two, Ham Hams Unite and Ham Ham Heartbreak, I bought in the shops. Rainbow Rescue was a weird one, so when I bought it, it came from eBay, and the box it's in is kind of like printed like from a third party, and apparently there was like a recall on it or something. The game worked, I completed it, it was a good game, but yeah, it was a bit of a strange one, Rainbow Rescue, and I've not really researched it since. Maybe I should. So moving along, we've got Pokemon Blue, which I got even before I had a Game Boy. What I did with that was I played it on the N64. So you had like a controller and you could slot a Game Boy cartridge into it and you could play it on the TV, which is what I did. And I think it was something to do with Pokemon Stadium that I did that with, but anyway. And my Pokemon Blue is, well, the side of the box doesn't really look that good, but the game and everything inside, the booklet and everything is in mint condition. It's probably my most prized game. Then I've got Worms Blast because I love the Worms games. So those were all the games that I really had for the GBA or the Game Boy. I didn't really have that many, did I? So moving on to the DS, I've got quite a few more DS games. So when I got the Nintendo DS, Rayman DS came with it. I ended up getting stuck on that fairly, like, quickly into it and didn't go back to it. Nintendogs I got as a favourite game. Literally, the touchscreen on the DS is kind of all scratched up because I used to bathe the dogs and pet them and stuff like that. And I played it every day for years until Nintendogs and Cats came out. We've got G-Force, which is based on a film with guinea pigs as kind of like action heroes. Cars, Worms, Open Warfare, American Dragon, Spyro Shadow Legacy, and Pokemon Pearl version. Now, as you can see, I've got some 3DS games here. I've got Animal Crossing New Leaf, Ben 10 Omniverse, Tomodachi Life, Pokemon X, and Generator X Agent of Providence. Now, the Generator X game is American. The 3DS was region locked. The Switch is not region locked, by the way, in case you're wondering. But I do actually have an American 3DS. That's that purple one that they soft modded, and you can see the video on my channel. But now I can play anything on it because I've soft modded it. There is no region lock anymore. You just download the CIA files off the internet and you can just play whatever you like. But because it was region locked, I could only play it on that purple one. I couldn't play it on my regular 3DS. So anyway, it was a good game, and I remember I was stuck in a traffic jam one time when we went to Wales, and I was sat in the back seat playing that because I was bored. And then I was late for work as well. So we'll move over to, I think I do have more 3DS games. I slowly started getting more games. Like I suppose the older I got and the more money I had, really. So I'll move on to the next ones. Okay, so these are the ones that are elsewhere. Surprisingly, I actually do have some more DS titles here as well. These DS games, I got them second hand. Littlest Pet Shop Garden, Viva Pinata, Pocket Paradise and Hamsters. And also Jewel Quest, I believe, was also second-hand. But I've also got Professor Layton and the Spectre's Call, Professor Layton Unwound Future, Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box, Professor Layton and the Curious Village, and then on the 3DS, Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy, and Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask. I completed all of them and I love them, they're great games. And then we've got Dr. Kawashima's Brain Training, How Old Is Your Brain? That's not mine, that's my dad's. He played it for a bit and then stopped. My aunt bought it for him for Christmas one year. And up there I've got Let's Go Pikachu as well, which is a special edition with the Pokeball Plus that you can, that's a Switch game. You just kind of like, it's a Pokeball, you chuck it at your TV, not literally chuck it, but you make the motion. And it's like catching a Pokemon for real. So we've got a few games over there. There's a couple of Wii games, and they are Okami, And I'm thinking the other one is a Spyro one. I won't get them out. But Life is Strange Limited Edition, that is PlayStation 4. And I've also got Life is Strange True Colors. I did play the game that came between those two, by the way. But it was a digital version, and I've never re-downloaded it because I completed it and I platinumed it, so there wasn't any point. My Little Pony: A Maritime Bay Adventure, which has got like 2 hours of play value. It was rubbish. And then Cyberpunk. And my Switch games. Oh, and I've also got The Sims there. That's a PC game. You don't really get PC games anymore, do you? Everything's digital now. So, for the Switch, I've got a fair few games. This isn't all of them. I've got more on my actual Switch console as well. So we've got My Little Pony: Zephyr Heights Mystery, which had way more play value. It was actually quite enjoyable. Detective Pikachu Returns. I did play the original one. I've got it on my 3DS. And that was obviously soft modded, so that was one of the ones I downloaded from one of the websites. Pokemon Shining Pearl, Pokemon Sword, Pokemon Legends Arceus, Pokemon Violet, Digimon Survive, which is pretty good. Paleo Pines, The Dino Valley, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition, Spyro Reignited Trilogy, Animal Crossing New Horizons, which helped get me through COVID, and Paw Patrol the Movie Adventure City Calls. And the Paw Patrol one has about as much play value as that My Little Pony PlayStation one. It was, again, they could have done more with it and they didn't. Even as a child, I would have completed that in a couple of hours and just, you know, it wasn't very good. So yeah, that's those ones. I'll see if I can find some more. Okay, so over here there's the PlayStation 4, which of course we've got the PlayStation 5 now, so the PlayStation 4 at the moment isn't being used. We've got Hogwarts Legacy and Sonic Forces Bonus Edition. The Sonic Forces was second hand, I got it. There's also FC24 there. I know I've got more PS4 games. Or maybe actually, you know what, I'm not sure as I have. I don't know. And PS5 games that we have, there's Astrobot, and this one here, which is FC25, which my partner's playing at the moment. So that's all my video games, apart from the digital ones. There's a PlayStation there. I decided to keep that one upright, and I've got a thing on top of it to stop the dust getting to it, because I'm quite conscious about it not working. Yeah, so that's all my video games. The physical ones at least. So I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you want to see my other collections of things, you can click the boxes that come up below. As always, if you enjoy what I do, feel free to buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. It all helps. The link for that is in the description. And that's all for now. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep being awesome. This is Sylv signing off.